Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's 12 o'clock noon. Today is Tuesday, May 9th. We're here in the brand new studio. Carol, good afternoon. I hope you guys, beautiful new studio, folks here in beautiful Elk Grove Village. It's a beautiful day. Spring is in the air. It's Tuesday, May 9th. We're having such a great day. I hope you guys are having a great day. Every show is brought to you by, every show is dedicated to the first responders, of course, all you wonderful people out there working hard to save our lives and keeping our neighborhoods and city safe as much as they can. It's dedicated to all the great people like you. I do appreciate all the views that come in every day, Monday through Friday. Here, Ocean's Pit. Guests Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And of course, Thursdays is my lovely co-host, Laura Ocean, my wife. So I'm excited. We got some guests tomorrow. We got a lot of good things happening this week. But I just want to thank you all for supporting Ocean Spit, little show about my things. Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, we are nominated for the Internet Media Show of the Year again for 2023. Josie Awards will take place in Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry on October 22nd and 23rd. Also, my group, Ocean's Rat Pack, was also nominated for Best Tribute Band. We are excited for the Josie Awards. Josie and Tina Marie do an incredible job over there putting it all together, and sitting in that audience at the Grand Ole Opry is a pretty big deal. So very, very important. Albert, how you doing? Felice buongiorno, mi amico. Danny Ramonde, my good friend. All right, so here's what's going on this week. Don't forget, Wednesday will be at Lisa's Club Cabaret in Norwich with Jerry Jams Renda. Thursday will be at Capri in Willow Springs. Haven't been there in a while. With Jerry Jams and the incomparable Lisa P. Friday will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armenstad. And Saturday, folks, that's right, this Saturday, my new rock band, Mojo's Jukebox, will be at Coralville, Iowa, opening up for the world-famous Hall of Fame band, Chicago. It's going to happen this Saturday. And I want to thank my buddy John from Tavern on the Point for letting me out of that gig. So, covering for me this Saturday at Tavern on the Point will be Fifth Element. It will be Tony Toto, Danny Ramonde, and Lisa Starr. 8 o'clock, Tavern on the Point this Saturday. Come out and check out my friends and support local establishments. Kathy, how are you doing? Danny Ramonde, I just want to say happy birthday to your mom up in heaven. God bless. Oh, Robert, we will see you at Club Cabaret. Susan, the closer's in the house. Luann, hey guys, Ocean's Pit. Let's bring you to our sponsors, Ace Hardware Norwich, Ace Hardware Displays, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Spring is in the air, so grill your Ace off. Get $20 any grill purchase. And we have a lot more things. Don't forget those Ace points. Sign up for them. And they have great deals, Raffaello, Jackie, and Melissa. So we'll give you more details about Ace Hardware. But remember, buy local, shop local, Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. How exciting is that? Our good buddies from Ace Hardware. I hope you guys are having a great day. Everybody watching the show, Dave Antonelli, Taco Tuesday. I'll see you and Mr. A at 1:30. I want to thank my buddy Russ. We had a great lunch yesterday at Pops. Haven't been in a long time. That was a lot of fun. And I hope you're doing great, everybody. Let's not forget our good buddies from Garelli Pavement Service. That's right, Garelli Pavement Service, everybody. You got to love Garelli. Right down there, folks. Pavement Service. They're the best. Garelli knows the curb appeal of your home and business, largely affected by the concrete and asphalt. Garelli's here to help you keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, and patching. They also do driveways. Call Laura or Bob at 815-271-5835. That's Laura or Bob, Garelli Pavement Service at 815-271-5835. They service Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. That's Garelli Pavement Service. And you guys also know that Tuesdays is Almost Home Foundation. You know how I walk the dogs every Tuesday, and today we did it. I think it was Nissan and Goose and Brady, all the great dogs. And remember, it's not for profit, folks. Irving Park Road in Schaumburg. Kelly Kane and her crew do an incredible job. And I volunteer every Tuesday. Also have my Almost Home Foundation t-shirt. So I'm there every Tuesday from 8 to 10 in the morning, and I walk those incredible dogs. Not-for-profit organization. They need funding. They need supplies. They need volunteers. Go to almosthomefoundation.org. Give. Tell them Tony O sent you. All right, so a lot of good things to talk about today. It is just a wonderful, uh, great day. Pops in River Grove? No, it was Pops in Elk Grove. That was right down the street from our house, Albert, yesterday. All right, a lot of things happening. Again, another shout out to my good buddy Ron Onesti on his remote. Hi, Lola Lorenzo. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, and thank you for the remodel. Our neighbor Ron, of course, our son Tony, and my wife Laura was the master plan about putting this all together and making it look so much professional. So thank you. Great to see Wednesday at Paula's birthday. Oh, we're excited too. Carl Doty. September 7th is his St. Jude's benefit in Melrose Park. I'm proud to be part of that again this year. And it's a lot of fun. Ronnie B, thank you. And congratulations on your nomination, Ronnie B. Elvis, too, for Elvis impersonator or tribute artist. Should be very cool. Now, guys, we've mentioned it so far every day since we did this pit this year. And you know what's happening 2024, January 7th through January 14th. When you guys are freezing your ass off, I'm going to be on a cruise ship with 188 other Tony Ocean fans. We're going to be on the 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Wonders of the Sea, the biggest ship on the ocean, and 4 football fields long. Now, the regular discount room rates are all sold out, folks. But check out the Chicago Music Cruise website and talk to Mary, find out if we can work something out. But we got more rooms, but the special date rooms that we gave out for the last 2 months are all sold out. I'm proud to say. It's going to be Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band. It's going to be Mojo's Jukebox this Saturday. We're opening for Chicago in Coravell Stadium Arena. Woo! And then the one and only Richie and the Boys, Seventh Heaven. What a way to celebrate. Orlando, Florida will be kicking off Port Carnival. Then we're going to Coca Cay, Bahamas, the private island only for the Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Sea cruise ship. Then we're going to St. Thomas and St. Martin. Sign up, join the cruise, January 7th to January 14th, 2024. We'll be looking forward to an change. Yeah, it's going to be fun, Albert. Good afternoon. Did you get good exercise walking the dogs? It's a great weather, Dennis. I had a jacket on going in. I took it off because it was hot. I love exercising with the dogs. I love spending time with the dogs at Almost Foundation. You know, we have 3 dogs of our own, Zoe, Bella, and Mia. But I just love dogs, and I think you guys do. I don't trust people who don't like dogs. It's very important to love dogs, and it is. We got so much things to talk about today. So the next Oceans Rat Pack show is going to be Wednesday, May 24th at the beautiful Carnival restaurant, The Alley. It's going to be fun. Fulton Market, almost sold out, folks. Almost sold out. Room holds about 90 people. Small room, very intimate, very fun. That's Wednesday, May 24th. June 3rd will be at the Vixen Theater in McHenry with Oceans Rat Pack. And June 4th, I'll be opening for the Grassroots in my hometown of Elk Grove. Thank you, EMG, Murray, and Jake Weiner for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be, don't forget now, this Wednesday, Lisa's Club Cabaret. Thursday, Capri and Willow Springs. Friday, Chicago Prime. And Saturday, Coraville, Iowa with Mojo's Jukebox. Opening for Chicago. 29604. I mean, you got all the hits they got, one after another after another. Thank you, Mike Restivo and the boys, for that. A lot of good things, man. I hope you're having a great day. It is beautiful. Today is also Ricky Nelson's birthday. Thank you, Dennis. I went to a garden party. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye. Ricky Nelson, the son of Ozzie and Harriet, the TV show from the 50s. All right. Here's some stories that I didn't get to mention yesterday. Lisa will be with me Thursday, not Wednesday. Lisa P will be, Lisa's Club Cabaret is this Wednesday. Correct, Susan, this Wednesday. Lisa P will be working with me Thursday at Capri and Willow Springs. All right. According to NBC, woman dies after being hit by a vehicle during her driving lessons on the Chicago Northwest Side. She was taking driving lessons. She got her license. Guy drunk driving in a golf cart. Boom. Horrible things that are happening every day on the road, folks. Crazy. For the NBA, Cleveland Cavaliers owner, son Nick Gilbert, dies at the age of 26 years old. Only the beginning. Oh, they got great songs. Color My World. Does anybody know what time it is? Hard to say I'm sorry. I mean, they have so many great hits, Chicago. Our prayers go out to the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers NBA basketball team, Mr. Gilbert, his son. Nick Gilbert dies at the age of 26 years old. Also, folks, according to People magazine, Miss Universe of Australia, Serena Weinhardt, dies at the age of 23 years old. Wow, all these people dying at such a young age. I'm not even going to go there, folks. Not even going to go there. Why some of these younger people are dying, we don't know. Between health issues, of course, the number one, whether it's alcohol, whether they're addicted to something, whether they took the shot. I don't know what it is, but it's just crazy how many people are just dying in the last 2 years. More and more. It's crazy, folks. Hey, all this with everybody in the world right now with religion. I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but with all the people in the world trying to get rid of God from the schools, the teachers, trying to get rid of it for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, trying to get rid of the dollar, the word God off of the currency. You know, it's nothing new. If you think about it, Chris Pratt, an actor who played Thor, I think if I'm correct, with the Marvel movies, here was his quote, "It's nothing new. It's been this way for 2,000 years. Always people hate Jesus and God." You know, you don't have to, we all believe in the higher power. I do. I got my voice, I got my family, I got my health, I got everything because of God and Jesus. And I'm not a spiritual guy, you know me. I'm not here to preach. But no matter what religion, I think everybody believes in some sort of God. That's why we're here. So it's no new news that everybody hates Jesus and media and everybody trying to eliminate that, especially when they're trying to get it away from schools. That's something I just never understood. Tony Toto, you're going to go see my buddy this Saturday, Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, and Lisa Starr at Tavern on the Point. They'll be covering for me since I've got this last minute deal with Chicago opening up with my new band, Mojo's Jukebox. And again, I need to thank Johnny and the staff, everybody from Tavern on the Point, for being real cool. We will return to Tavern on the Point in June. That I promise you. Anyway, folks, Clint Eastwood, one of the greatest actors, directors of our time. Who does not like Clint Eastwood? Usually, when Clint Eastwood said something, people listen. He's a wise man. He was a governor. Um, Never heard anything bad about Clint Eastwood. And here's one of his quotes. Now, this is a quote from Clint Eastwood, famous actor, famous director, Hollywood. Of course, he's not a Hollywood type guy, but you got to love Clint Eastwood. Here's his quote. "One day we'll realize that one of the biggest frauds in politics was the Barack Obama campaign." Quote from Clint Eastwood. Google it yourself if you don't believe it. La Crosse, Wisconsin, for all my Wisconsin fans out there. This is funny. If you want to see the world largest six pack, I seen it once many years ago. Me and my buddy Rich Lewandowski, his cousin out there who just passed away. They had a little record store, a farm out there, so we went out there. We were kids, but it was so cool going out there. There was a record store called Metamorphosis, and I don't think it's there anymore. But I remember passing the giant six, the largest, world largest six pack. It is very, very cool. When these cans are full, it holds enough beer, 7 million cases. That's how much beer it holds, these world largest six pack in La Crosse, Wisconsin, if you never got a chance to see it. Dennis Clinton's the best. No, Governor. He was mayor. Thank you. He was mayor of Carmel. Thank you so much, Kathy. Ippolito, Santa Barbara, California. 6-6. It is a radical agenda. Thank you, Dennis. All right. And all right, with prayers, according to Wall Street Journal, are thousands are evacuated as a wildfires across the Alberta forest preserves in Canada. We pray for our friends in Canada. Horrible when these forest preserves catch fire. All the damage to the trees, plants, the animals, and people that are out there. But they've all been evacuated from the Canadian, Alberta, Canada. Prayers go out to that. One of the greatest pitchers of the time, Major League Baseball player, formerly, of course, of the Oakland A's, the great legend Vida Blue, passes at the age of 73 years old. The great Vida Blue. Stella, David Joseph, how you doing? Is it Bud Light beer? I don't think it is. But it's a good one, David. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Let's thank another sponsor, folks. While you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. If you're looking for a good lawyer, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. That's Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. And let's not forget Laura Ocean Solutions, my wife's credit card company, increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again with Laura Ocean Solutions. And Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, servicing the Great Lakes construction and diesel industry for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Remember, if you're watching the show for the first time, everybody, please share the page. Share the show. Let everybody know about Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. If you can share it, we really would appreciate it. Now, remember, folks, you can see us live on the Tony Ocean Facebook page, the Mo Carrara Facebook page, my personal page, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and, of course, on the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. 5-6 different ways to watch Ocean's Pit every day at 12 o'clock. Oh, boy. Working on a brand new sponsor, folks, for Ocean's Rat Pack. Here they are, Emmanuel Tuxedo Rental Sales. They're at 257 North York Street in Elmhurst. If you're looking for tuxedos, guys, big ballrooms, weddings, everybody's got weddings coming up. You're going to need the best tuxes, and that's right here, Emmanuel Tuxes, 257 North York Street in Elmhurst. Go to EmmanuelTuxedos.com or give Matt a call at 630-903-6611 or 708-804-4060. Tell them Tony Ocean's Rat Pack sent you. That's Emmanuel Tuxes. See my buddy Matt. All right. So share. Good afternoon. Let's give a big round of applause for Donnie. Don Felding's birthday, the big Don, the coach. Number one Mike Ditka impersonator in the house, celebrating 70 years. Happy birthday to my good buddy Don. He was on the show not too long ago. Hope you guys are having a great day, you and Marion. God bless you. Happy birthday, Don. Now, someone posted, I know sometimes, unless I'm crazy, on Sundays, they don't deliver mail, do they? I mean, I know that the UPS and I think other people, they do send special packages, but I could swear sometimes, the Richie Hoffa from Seventh Heaven posted something too. I could swear sometimes I look in the mailbox and there's mail in the box on Sundays. Now, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I forget to look at it on Saturday, but I don't know. I check. Usually I check the mail every day. So I don't know. They don't deliver regular postal mail on Sundays. Not to my knowledge, but sometimes I swear on Sundays they've got the post there. So I don't know if that's what it is. For all you Bruce Springsteen fans, hate his politics, but love his music, coming to Wrigley Field, and they're sold out already. August 9th, 10th, and 11th. All 3 dates of Bruce Springsteen are sold out at Wrigley Field. So I think it's just packages, right, Mary? Hello, Mary. And Kathy says, no, they don't, but I could swear. So I must be forgetting to check the mail on Saturday, or maybe sometimes they come too late when I do check it Just wondering on that. For all you Chicago Bears fans, Justin Fields, your quarterback for the Chicago Bears, just graduated college from Ohio State University, according to NBC. Congratulations, Justin Fields. Of course, he graduated to get, he's got to get another thing, besides being football, because football doesn't last forever unless you get hurt, because he's always hurt prone. So he's probably backing himself up to get something else. Brooks Simpson would be the best person to play outfield at Wrigley all year. Richard Hamlin. Now, I want to thank, that Nick Sahajas does my closer for the show. And Nelson, my good friend Nelson, tried to do my opening, but something always worked out. So my good friend Dino Manzella from Seventh Heaven, he's the engineer, sound engineer and everything. He's going to be working on a brand new intro song. So I'm excited to see that. And we're going to run the credits at the end too. So for everybody that helps Ocean Spit. So once that's finally done, you might want to check it out because I think some of your names are going to be on those credits. Absolutely. Don, maybe a neighbor got your mail by mistake and put it in your mailbox. Well, that could be true, Don. My good friend Don from the south side of Chicago. All right. I mentioned it yesterday, and I'm going to mention it again. Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, whether you're a President Joe Biden fan or not, according to the New York Post, they're saying that, according to an audit, find that half of Joe Biden's followers on Twitter are fake. Fake followers. No shit. You know what that's called for? I'm going to tell you what that's called for, folks. You know what that's called for? That's suspicious. So, according to the New York Post, half of President Joe Biden's Twitter followers are fake. Hear it here today on Ocean's Pit, or check with the New York Post, a very respectable newspaper, New York Post. Hey, now, folks, now with all the crazy shit that's going on in this world, that comes on. Some towns do deliver when some people don't show up. They need to catch up. Well, thank you, Deb. Yeah, Wakio. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yakio with a Y. I'm horrible with pronouncing names. So, Deb, thank you so much. Every day is quarterback for Chicago Bears. There you go, Kenneth. Mr. Ray, I'm looking forward to seeing you and your son David at 1:30 when we go to lunch. Be nice. I hope to see you guys at 1:30 after the show. Anyway, with all the crazy shit that's being posted on social media, and I've said it many times, no matter whether it's Fox, CNN, NBC, ABC, whatever you're watching, WGN, at one particular time, I believe that the people talked about, the news that they talked about is what they believed in, what was going on. But I think now, folks, whatever the CEO and the sponsors tell them and her or him to say, they say it. Because a lot of stuff gets reported and some stuff doesn't get reported at all that should be. So you try to figure that out. That's suspicious as well. But here's what made Fox News, folks. Fox News printed Scott Baio, formerly of Happy Days. And 39 years ago today, Scott Baio, Joni and Chachi got married. May 8th, 1984, Joni and Chachi gets married on their own sitcom. But the story of the day of Fox News, one of the stories of the day, is Scott Baio is leaving California. He's taking his family and leaving California because of all of the homeless crisis and all the crime. Bye-bye, Scott Baio. This is so important that it needs to be mentioned on Fox News. Scott Baio, leaving California. How many people are probably leaving California? How many people are leaving Chicago and Illinois every day to move to Florida or move to Texas? Remember, before the pandemic and before the looting, 300 people a day were leaving the state of Illinois. Ooh, what's the news today? Scott Baio leaving California. Really, folks? I'm glad they're promoting certain stories like this one here. Horrible story. This is called, this is the New York Times, actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, folks. A body camera looking inside a home looked at 100 animals plus, over 100 animals. Animal cruelty at its worst. Inside this home, with the body cam from the police officers that raided the house, dogs, birds, rodents, cats, even alligators. Animal cruelty, over 100 different animals in a house in Milwaukee. The address is north of 9th Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, folks. Animal cruelty is inhumane. It's the worst thing that can happen next to child abuse or anybody being abused. All these poor animals. They showed pictures of the noses of the dogs and ears. How horrible can people that actually do this? These are people in the world that were so, they can be your friendly neighborhood guys, and you never know what the hell's going on in that house or in that basement. I mean, let's go back many, many years with John Gacy, man. The people in the town loved him. He was the clown with the kids. Everybody loved him. Didn't realize the diabolical shit that was going on in his basement. Now, this stuff is happening, folks, in a home in Milwaukee, north of 9th Street, 9th Avenue. 100 plus animals. Cruelty. This man should get the sentence, or these people that are living in this home. Horrible, horrible news. Hate to see it. It's always bad news. And if there's anything, Scott Baio is leaving California. Songs that you shouldn't play at a funeral. I don't know, folks, what certain songs you shouldn't play at a funeral. Here's just a couple of songs you probably shouldn't play at a funeral. Now, even though the song My Way, that probably gets played a lot, written by Paul Anka for Frank Sinatra, not for Elvis Presley, no disrespect to Elvis, even though Elvis did a good version, but it was written for Frank. But it's about a suicide. It was written about a suicide note. Everybody dance now. Boom, 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 boom. That shouldn't be played at a funeral. Don't Feel the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult should not be played at a funeral. Get On Up by James Brown should not be played at a funeral. Celebrate Good Times, Come On, should not be played at a funeral. Folks, Hit the Road, Jack, and Don't You Come Back No More, No More, No, should not be played at a funeral. These are just some of the songs that should not be played at a funeral. Can you guys name a few people that are watching there? Oh, Bruce Springsteen will be best person to play outfield. Yeah, there you go, Richard. Richard Hamlin's going to be in the credits as Story's birthday researcher. Will be in my credits, Richard, when that comes out soon this week. Anyway, do you guys have other songs besides the ones that I just mentioned? Deb, Kenneth, Dawn, Richard, anybody. Songs that should not be played at a funeral. Debbie Jamin said she gets mail sometimes on Sundays too. See, so it's crazy. Thank you, Debbie, for your input there. So come on, guys, who are watching? There's 55 of you right now. So tell me, songs that should be not played at a funeral. Another one, Bites the Dust by Anthony Malchiotti. Good point. I'm going to put Anthony in the credits as well. Staying Alive. Staying Alive. Staying Alive. Yeah, should not be played there. Time to Say Goodbye by Bocelli. Shouldn't be played. That's a good one. You guys are coming up with some good ones here, folks. And don't you bring your voting habits where you move. Don't screw up Wisconsin and Illinois. Good point, Dennis. Lake Geneva. Speaking of Lake Geneva, not to play at a funeral. Wake Me Up Before You Go. Wham. Good one, Gil. Absolutely. Gil de la Plaza. You got to love it, Gil. Thank you for that. Electric Slide. It's electric. Da, 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 da. And Lola, someone already said another one, Bites the Dust, but thank you. Songs that should be not played at a funeral. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. Time for a couple more sponsors. Let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars. Hand rolling those cigars sent right to your home. Call Javier at 727-366-7536. That's Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. And let's not forget Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois, recreating great hair days. Anthony and Carmela, 773-999-7888. Folks, it's not just haircuts. They do some great pieces for guys. Get rid of the hat, the comb overs, the sprays. They do an incredible job at a very reasonable price. I'm telling you, it works. That's Trico Hair Experts. All right, folks, Ocean's Pit, Tuesday, May 9th. Maybe some are up for decision. There you go. Maybe some are for discussion, Anthony Hunt. Absolutely, my friend. Because there's got to be tons that we're not mentioning. Dead Man's Curve, Craig Olson. There you go. Good one. Time for Me to Fly. I've been around for you. Speaking of REO, great band from Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, we're opening up for Chicago this Saturday, Coralville, Iowa, at the arena. I'm so excited. 5,000 people. We're going to be going live. It's going to be great this Saturday with my band, Mojo's Jukebox. It's going to be good. Another one, Happy Days Are Here Again. No, not should be played for a funeral. I Will Survive, Stairway to Heaven, Ding Dong, The Witch is Dead, Beat It. Oh, any song that Lee rates life, that's up to what the deceased would life. If someone dies at the normal age, celebrate one's life. No tears are needed. Good point, Albert, from the Ron Onesti organization. I like that. That's a good one. I mean, That's Life by Frank Sinatra would be a great song. Maybe to play or maybe not to play. I don't know. Maybe don't smoke a cigarette while you're singing it like I did once. Someone actually asked me, and When I Die, Boyd, that's a good one. Someone asked me to sing a song at someone's wake in Melrose Park about 15 years ago. He had all my CDs buried with him. And that time you could smoke, and everybody was smoking. So I was smoking That's Life, while the guy right next to the guy was crazy. Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. Good one, Stella. Ocean's Pit. I did it my way. That's it. We did mention that. Ocean's Pit, folks. Birthdays. Danny Ramundi's mom up in heaven. Happy birthday. Edith Meiser. You might know who she is, but if you listen to the old Sherlock Holmes radio shows, which I do all the time, she was the one who put them all together. Dramatized by the great Edith Meiser, celebrating a birthday. We already said Don the coach, Doc Phelan. Don, happy birthday, buddy. Alex Van Halen. The band Van Halen, the drummer, 70 years old today. Natalie Lendell, great saxophone player in the Chicagoland area, part of Chicago Hitmen and Chicago piano man Nick Hodges' band. She also had her baby shower. Congratulations, Natalie, on your birthday and your baby shower. Great guitar player from Chicago, Michael Tafoya, celebrating a birthday. Remember, he used to be in the Boys. He used to be in the Bees. And, of course, Tafoya. What a great band. Michael Tafoya celebrates a birthday. Michael Vadea, folks, the son of Greg and Jennifer from Tavern on Division, turns 22 years old. Happy birthday, Michael. Toady Fields from the 60s and 70s, lady comic Toady Fields. Robert Hedges played Epstein. I got a note. From Welcome Back, Kotter, celebrates a birthday. Darren McGavin, of course, from Christmas Story, but better known as Kolchak, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, The Night Stalker, celebrates a birthday today. And Western star Gabby Hayes celebrates a birthday today as well. And speaking of horror and films, Jack Pierce, the makeup man behind The Wolfman and Frankenstein, one of the greatest painters, and made all these great painted these character figures for the movies. The great Jack Pierce celebrates a birthday today. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's not forget Danny Mazzi and Armando Supermarkets. Folks, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. And Michael and Gigi from Crash Champions. Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision and auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Now, some people were telling me that I should record my commercials, push the button, and let them play. No. Talking to Dino Manzella and talking to other people, saying the commercials live like this, it's from the heart and it means well. So I'm going to continue to do that. Play my favorite British Invasion tunes. There you go, Albert. And ashtrays were on every table in the restaurants. Remember that, Dennis? Hit the Road, Jack was the first song my ex-wife taught my kids. Jackie Gale in the house. I hope you're doing well. Give my best to Bonnie. Happy second birthday to your son, JD. Happy birthday to JD Hamlin. JD Hamlin. Happy birthday, buddy. Congratulations, 2 years old. Kathy Splatro from Arizona says hello. Kathy will be joining us on the cruise. Can't wait for the Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean Main Event Band, and Seventh Heaven on the cruise in January. All right, so don't forget Ocean's Rat Pack is also going to be at the Forget About It Vineyard and Winery in Galena, Illinois, Sunday, August 20th. Get your tickets. There's going to be seats on the deck and seats on the lawn, dinner packages. Bill Saratella is Frank, Elliot Winbush is Sammy, yours truly is Dean, and Vince Amore as Tony Bennett. It's going to be a good show at the Forget About It Vineyard and Winery, Sunday, August 20th. It's going to be a hell of a weekend because that Friday I'll be doing Taylor Street Fest. The Saturday I'll be at Mars, and then the Sunday, Galena. It's going to be a hell of a weekend. ABC, more sad news. A woman and her child jumped on the I-90 Jane Byrne Interstate into traffic. People were trying to stop her from doing it, policemen too, but nothing stopped her from jumping into traffic. A woman and her child, ending her life. My God, what a way to die. Getting hit by cars at 70, 100 miles, 80 miles an hour, jumping into traffic. And if that happens, I mean, if you survive that, the pain has got to be brutal. Let's hope. It's just horrible that you see all this stuff happening in the news. It's so sad. I'm going to tell you something. Last year, or 2 years ago, I was in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, doing a gig. And after we finished our gig, we were doing a gig at Splash Martini Bar. After the gig, I was with the late, great George Tark, my friend George Jr., and I think Rhino Ryan was with us, and Dave Antonelli. And we had, after the gig, we went to another bar down the street. Have you heard of this thing called axe throwing? Have you heard of this stuff? Paul Freeman, how you doing, my good buddy? Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Axe throwing. Now, I know there's places you can go that they're like, there's archery and axe throwing. There's places you can go for that. Your friend's daughter. Okay, well, thank you so much, Paul. Let's please look that up. Oh, my God. Paul Freeman's friend's daughter in Waukegan. She's a volleyball coach, fatally shot. Prayers go out to that family. Paul, I'm so sorry. And prayers, and give my regards to your daughter as well. Horrible stuff that's happening in the news today. Kathy said they opened a place here in Santa Barbara. She was shot by a stray bullet. I'm sorry, Paul. Just hardening news. Hardening news. Axe throwing, folks. Now, I understand there's places for axe throwing, but this was a bar, folks. This was a bar in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, where they had pool tables, darts, people drinking, and they were throwing axes in a certain section. It was in a cage type thing. You paid, and you're throwing axes, folks. Booze should not be served at any place that has axe throwing. And I don't know if I'm certain these certain places that you go to that are specially made for axe throwing, I'm sure they don't have booze there. But at a bar that has booze, people doing shots. My turn. It's not like you're doing darts. Well, darts you shouldn't be drinking either when you're drinking. Mr. Dart hit somebody in the back of the head, right? No booze. But this place in Wisconsin, folks, I forgot the name of the place. But they were throwing axes. Now there's a group of people. There was groups. There was teams of axe throwing. And the village approved this. Marianne, I don't know myself, but I was there. I witnessed it. I didn't throw an axe. But here, wait, Joe, it's my turn. Oh, let me do my shot. Wait a minute, it's my turn. Throwing an axe. Now, mind you, it's in the back of the bar. It's in a fence, a gate-like. So if the axe was to fly, it would hit the fence. But if the axe bounces off and hits one of the guys, we're talking about an axe here. Has to be sharpened or that stuff won't stick. Paul, just pure common sense, you would think, right, Paul Mackey? McKee. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm horrible. Let me ask you something, Richard. Is that nuts? Now, I only seen it at this bar in Wisconsin, Oconomowoc. And the people who had too much to drink, yeah, they get to play. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do another shot. Oops. Sorry about that, Joe. What's going on with this country? Axe throwing in a certain spot, certain area outside where they have it, that could be fun. But no booze. But this is a bar, and I'm sure that's not the only bar. I'm sure that's not the only bar that's happening at. Axe throwing. Crazy. Congratulations to your Chicago Blackhawks. NHL got the first round pick, Connor Behard. Anyway, a first round pick. Great news for the Chicago Blackhawks fans and the Chicago Blackhawks team, which needed some help. I mean, they're not doing the best, right? Patrick Kane is a New York Ranger, made the playoffs this year. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, and that's great news. Paul, you hit the lotto with that pick. Absolutely. Was it rigged? I don't know. But he's going to be a Chicago Blackhawk. But the stunning stuff, if you heard the interview, Paul, I really question the stupidity of the village okaying this. I'm wondering if they even know, to be honest with you, Paul. Good point. They interviewed Connor after he was drafted to the Chicago Blackhawks. And Google it yourself, folks. He said, and he quotes, honestly, I just hope I don't get shot. This was the quote from the first round pick for your Chicago Blackhawks. Honestly, I just hope I don't get shot. Quote from your first round draft pick, Chicago Blackhawks. What a way to celebrate you're going into the Chicago Blackhawks team. And this is what he says. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ocean Spit, little show about big things, folks. Also, another police officer down. We lost another back to blue police officer woman. Andrea Preston, if I'm pronouncing that name right, I'm horrible. Fallen police officer, our prayers go out to the family. And another police officer gone. Horrible. They said their season ticket sales have been restored to what they were 2013 when they announced the first pick. I agree with you, first pick. But he's worried about if he's going to get shot going to work or leaving work. That's your first round draft pick. What does that tell you about our once great city, Chicago, Illinois? All right, folks. Let's say prayers This post was posted by Dennis from Lake Geneva, one of our followers and good friends, Dennis, in memory of the 58,479 brothers and sisters who never returned from the Vietnam War, 1959 to 1975. Our prayers. The most horrible, unnecessary war, the Vietnam War, and all the vets that came home and they were not taken care of. They fought a war for our country. You figure they'd be honored and cheered. All those poor people who fought our country in Vietnam, who made it home, were treated so badly and still do. But for the 58,479 brothers and sisters that never made it home, thank you for your service. God bless you and your families. 58,479 folks, brothers and sisters. Dennis, no need to thank me, brother. Every American should be thanking these people from Vietnam or any war. And then to find out it was useless. What were they there for? When they signed up, they were going there because they thought they were fighting for their country. If you're going to fight for our country, let it be worth fighting for. It's our country. 58,479. Let that number sink into your minds, guys. Horrible. Our veterans are still not being taken care of. God bless all our heroes who paid the ultimate price. Paul Freeman, absolutely. They're not being taken care of. Take care of President Joe Biden or any presidents. Take care of our own. Take care of our veterans. Take care of our homeless. Take care of us here in the United States of America. California, Arizona, Florida, Illinois, all these people homeless. Find somewhere to put these people. Help them, please. Help the vets who already fought for our country. In-house first, Paul. They went to war that our hands were tied. They couldn't have won. There was a no winning war. Kennedy knew it. Johnson knew it. And then we left South Vietnam to be slaughtered. South Vietnamese to be slaughtered. And all this. Now, listen, folks, I mentioned this many times before, whether you're a former President Donald Trump fan or President Joe Biden fan right now, do you honestly believe that if President Donald Trump was president of the United States, whether you like him or not, forget about if you like him or not, would there be a war? Would Ukraine and Russia be fighting if President Donald Trump was president of the United States? I don't believe so. I don't know much about politics, folks. I'm not there. But they were afraid of President Donald Trump, because he's a little ubats, folks. We know he's ubats. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Richard. Not on his watch. That never would have happened. So let that sink into you for the people who hate Donald Trump, because a lot of people just hate him. Just hate him as a person because of the reality show and because who he is. Not because what he did as a president of the United States, whether you like him or not. Did his mouth get him in trouble? Absolutely. But would there be a war? I don't think so. A lot of people would agree to that, at least. We're done with that topic. Radio DJs, disc jockeys. When we were growing up, and their borders would be closed. Thank you, General Provenzano. Bush, Obama, Biden, all wars. You got it. Absolutely, Anthony Melchiotti. You're absolutely right. Now let's go on something else. Radio disc jockeys. Do you remember how cool it was when we were young, growing up, listening to our guys WCFL, WLS, The Loop. Remember that? All those great, there you go. Dick Biondi just one of them. They just came up with a great documentary. We're going to have actually, I forgot her name, but she's going to be on the show. She was the one putting that film together. She's going to be on Ocean Spit next week. So we're going to bring her on. Thank you, Steve Dahl. Here's just top 10 great radio DJs. Okay? Number 10, Steve Dahl. Coho Lips, Coho Cola. All the great songs, the parodies that he used to do. I'm actually even going to do a number 11 with the great Jonathan Bradmeyer. But anyway, Steve Dahl. Remember, instead of Shattered by the Rolling Stones, Skylab. Remember, My Ayatollah instead of My Sharona. He came up with those great songs. Disco Demolition when he blew up. He was a DJ of our time, the great Steve Dahl. Number 10. And I put Jonathan Bradmeyer as number 11. And I might be forgetting some, but there's the top 10, my opinion. Number 9, the great Bob Surratt. Bob Surratt, number 9. Fantastic. Larry Lujack. Old Uncle Larry. Animal Stories. Little Snot-Nosed Tommy. WCFL, WLS. Larry Lujack. How about John Records Landecker? He was fantastic. Dick Biondi, the legend. Cousin Brucey from the 50s. You had to love Cousin Brucey. Obviously, I didn't listen to him. I was too young, but I heard old tapes and stuff of the great. Sky Daniels was great. Absolutely. That's another one, Anthony. Good one. Alan Freed, who first came out with the words rock and roll. The great Alan Freed, another great DJ. Wolfman Jack, brother. Gotta love it. I'm a high school graduate, class of 1970, Steinmann's, and for me, the 60s was the most iconic music decades considered. Paul, the 60s were the greatest music ever. 60s and 70s. I mean, the British invasion alone. Beatles, Stones, Jerry the Pacemakers, Dave Clark 5, Hermits, Zombies, the Kinks, the Hollies. I mean, the lists just go on and on. Dylan. I mean, we can go on forever for that. Kevin Matthews was another one that wasn't on the list, but I like Kevin Matthews. Wolfman Jack. All right. Dick Clark. That guy never aged. Do you ever look at Dick Clark? God bless. Murray the K. How about Murray the K? But I had to say, one of the best. That's right, Casey Kasem. How you doing? This is Casey Kasem Sunday. We have Loretta sending a song for her boyfriend Phil. That's right. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. We're going to be playing that next with the great Casey Kasem's Countdown. Long distance dedication. Casey Kasem. I mean, we named him a whole bunch of them. And I'm sorry, I apologize for some of them that I might have forgot. But the great Casey Kasem. All right. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We're almost coming to the end, folks. I wish I had more time with you. I love being on the show, and I love watching all your great comments, whether you like me or not, or you like my comments or you don't. I appreciate. Oh, Rick Dees, thank you, Eric Todd. Mancow. Also, I want to say thank you to my buddy Eric Todd, who will be joining us. Now, Eric Todd, a great golfer. He was on the show. Of course, he also does a lot of parts in Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. He's an actor. He's also helps run Chicago Septemberfest, which I'm proud to be part of this year. So 2 times this year, I'm lucky. But Eric Todd's going to be joining me. Me and Eric are driving together all the way to Iowa to see Mojo's Jukebox in Iowa this Saturday. Oh, I can't wait. Thank you to my good friend, Eric Todd. All right, folks. If you're okay with President Joe Biden telling you how to raise your children, or this new regime, how to raise your children, you might first want to consider how his son, Hunter, turned out. Hunter Biden. That is fact, folks. That is fact. So if you want to think that this guy's telling you how to raise your children in your schools, do this and do that, the man that's preaching, think about what his son turned out. Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Good one, Eric. Maybe make the show an hour and a half in the future. Oh, Richard, you guys are too much. I love you guys. Exactly. Look how Hunter turned out, which I hear soon he might be indicted too. No shit. That's another one. Chicago, Illinois. MGM. Top city voted for paranoid activity. Chicago is one of the cities. If you believe do you believe in ghosts? I do. I believe in good ones. I believe in bad ones. I believe in ghosts. Chicago is number one cities. One of the top cities for paranormal activity. Chicago, Illinois. Carol Medellino, folks, from Medellino Music in Shorewood, Illinois, sent me this just before we went on the air. Robert De Niro, one of the best American actors of all time. Italian-American, half Irish. One of the great actors. I mean, how many movies this guy made? Best movies: Casino, Goodfellas, Irishman, Godfather. So many great movies. Don't like his politics, but I love him as an actor. But you know, he's already got 6 children. He's got one on the way. He is almost 80 years old, and Robert De Niro is having another child. Spreading his seed at the age of 79 years old, Robert De Niro having another child. Do you believe that? Yes, another child, Robert De Niro. Folks, you can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. 79 years old, bringing another kid into this world. Great actor. He should just stick to acting. I agree. Look, and even with me, guys, I shouldn't be talking politics either. I don't know much about it. I'm a singer. They got lucky on this little show, and I got some loyal followers that follow me. So I'm blessed with that. I got to high five him. That's a lot of plumbing. Paul, a lot of plumbing is working. Yes, his plumbing is working at that age. God bless him. It's got to be the Dago in him, right? Ronnie B. All right, we're coming to the end of the hour, folks. Time for another sponsor, folks. That's Dave Antonelli at Patriot Funding Incorporated. When timing is everything, commercial money lending at its finest. Call Dave Antonelli at Patriot Funding Incorporated. Get that $10,000 unsecured loans. Do it, folks. Now offering super fast approval funding. No tax return, no prepaid penalty, no upfront fee, no survey. That's it. That's Patriot Funding Incorporated. Ground up construction. How about commercial loan programming? It's all that simple. Call Dave Antonelli, 630-675-4730. Tell him Ocean's Pit sent you. You got to love it, folks. We're coming to the end of the hour, and I want to thank you all for watching, folks. Let's not forget the number one sponsor, Ace Hardware Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. You got to love those great Ace Hardware people, Raffaello, Jackie, and Melissa. Download those Ace Reward apps. Take advantage of the auto key programming. They have a better get your keys done, your car keys done there for 50% cheaper than the dealership. Turn up your lawnmower. Spring tune-up starts at $105 plus parts. They're your neighborhood powerhouse, Ace Hardware. Looking to spice up your food on your grill? Check out their spices and rubs and sauces to add to your flavors when you're barbecuing. Don't forget to grill your Ace off and get $20 off any grill coupon, any grill purchase. Don't forget, they've got Weber, Tager, I got to use to pronounce it, Napoleon, Charbro grills. They have them all. How about don't forget, folks, they're all ready for the outdoor furniture. They have plenty of unique lawn and garden decor, well as flowers, vegetables, herbs, and plants. Don't forget they have U-Haul rentals. All buy local, shop local, all in your favorite hardware store. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, in Warrenville. That's Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right, folks, again, let me just say it to you guys. Wednesday will be at Lisa's Club Cabaret in Norwich, 7 o'clock, with my good buddy Jerry Jams. And let's not forget, folks, Thursday will be at Capri in Willow Springs. Willow Springs with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. And don't forget, Friday will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with Daryl Armenstadt. And I just want to apologize for all you guys that might be going out to Tavern on the Point this Saturday. That's the 13th of May. I won't be there. Last minute schedule change. But you should still go because Fifth Element's playing there. And that's also part of the main event band. Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, and Lisa Starr. They'll be taking my spot at 8 o'clock this Saturday at Tavern on the Point. So I need to apologize for everybody for the inconvenience if you guys were going there, but I will be back there in June. I want to thank John and his staff. Thank you so much, our friends from Tavern on the Point. Still go there, buy local, shop local in Edison Park. But they got that great rooftop, which I'm sure is open. So you're going to love Fifth Element if you haven't seen them already. Anyway, folks, it's time for us to go. And remember, keep supporting local establishments and live entertainment. Buy local and shop local. Back the blue. First responders, do what you got to do. Support each other as friends. Be kind, man. Do what you got to do. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. I wish you all the best, everybody. Tune in tomorrow at Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And I want you all to have an incredible day because it is beautiful out. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
That's all.